Okay, so hello and welcome, and today we're going to be doing something a bit different. It's the 1st of January in 24 today, so Happy New Year if this is the first video you see on the channel this year. I recorded another one the other day, so that will probably be the first one out of this year, as long as things go to plan. And today I'm going to give you an insight into what most people would consider a boring life. And this is how I like to live my life on a day-to-day basis. I pretty much do the same things on a day-to-day basis. And for me, that's how I have found happiness and fulfillment from my life for the first time ever. And today, it's a bit of a quiet one today. Probably won't be doing as much work today because there's a limited amount I can do with the YouTube. I can't work my other job, that's still closed at the moment. But been doing some editing this morning, had a shower, got ready. I usually get up about 8 a.m. It's just gone 10 a.m. now. So just been doing editing, had a shower, got ready, just about to go make some breakfast. Then I'm going to go hit the gym, and then I need to go get some bits from the shop because I'm currently on my own at home, so having to sort a bit of shit out around the house and that. And then later on, I'm going to go walk the dog, going to go watch the Leicester game, and it's the first time I've been since we got relegated, so that should be good with my dad. And then I'm going to go see my mum, who's currently in hospital, and then I'm going to come back and then do some more work, and then probably be quite chilled after that. It's like that's kind of my days really, is very much simply getting 8-9 hours sleep and waking up, doing the same thing in the morning, having a shower. I read as well this morning. That kind of depends on what I'm doing in my day, what I've kind of got ahead, how much time. Then I'll do some work in the morning. Normally I'll do more work for like an hour or two, then I would have breakfast, then I would go to the gym, then I'd go do some walk, I'd have a walk, and then maybe do another hour's work, and then kind of chill or do something with family, friends later in the evening. That's kind of how I like to live my life. Sorry, I've got a bit of a sore throat still, been a bit ill recently. But I kind of wanted to just give this insight, so it's a bit of a vlog, and then a bit at the end I'm gonna like sit down at the end of today and basically I wrote some notes. I want to kind of get the main points across of why I've decided to live this kind of lifestyle, and why for me it gives me fulfillment, and maybe you should try something similar yourself. But I'm gonna do that at the end, and hopefully this video will be helpful, because I know a lot of people, whether they say it or not, when I kind of tell them what I do, they'll be like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? And I'll be like, oh, probably just working, or kind of just be doing the same thing that I would be doing any other day. I don't treat weekends any differently. I don't really drink alcohol anymore. I don't really go out. I don't enjoy that stuff anymore. And that's just for me personally. But when you kind of say this to other people, they kind of think like you're boring, and that, like, why are you not doing this stuff? Everyone else at like your age is doing this type of thing. So it's quite hard, particularly in the UK. I find I speak this with my friends quite a lot who are of a similar wavelength, and that's hard to find in the UK, where the culture very much is drinking, going to the pub, watching sports, and just getting off your head really on the weekend, because life in the week is probably not really that good. Just working a job that's not fulfilling for most people. So I'll dive a lot more into that at the end of the video. I'm going to show you a few clips, maybe a few at the gym, and maybe at the football, whatever I do, go for a walk, all of this throughout the day, a few clips, and then I'll kind of, at the end of the day, give you a kind of debrief what's happened and why I chose to live this lifestyle. So hope you enjoy. You're back here. So, as you can see, that is an insight into my day-to-day life, and I'm sure that a lot of people will be watching this and thinking, it's not really that exciting, is it? And I do feel like this is a big misconception that a lot of people have with the internet. Of some people, they might aspire to live their life of a similar kind of regard. Obviously, it probably isn't me. It might be someone like Andrew Tate or Hamza, who's a big YouTuber and on self-improvement. Someone else out there that you might aspire to be like, who seems from the outside like they have everything that you would want. And a lot of influencers, especially someone like Tate or along that kind of red pill kind of space, convinces you that having the flashy cars, the watches, all the materialistic possessions is what's going to make you happy. Whereas I kind of want to broaden your horizons and to make you realise that chances are that will not make you happy. And whilst it may give you some pleasure in the short term, I can almost guarantee you it's not going to make you happy whatsoever. Even Tate says like having things isn't fun, it's getting things that is fun. And this is something that resonated with me because I look at my life, I look at my journey, I look at the progress I've made so far in my life. And once I've achieved certain goals in my life that I thought I probably wouldn't really achieve, it's not even felt that good when I've achieved it. And like that is what it's all about. Like the journey is a destination because there's always going to be something else in life that you're going to be going for next. So I think something that Chris Williamson spoke about, the podcaster from Modern Wisdom, that I'm sure a lot of you will know, is the slow success strategy. And it's something that I've heard a lot about recently and speak about. And I wanted to kind of link these two videos together because I thought of this video first, and then I thought it would be quite good to incorporate this and to kind of see how it links, and hopefully it gives you a better perspective of how you should kind of view your life. So Chris says the longer you can pursue your journey of success for whatever that may be in your life, finances, women, relationships, business, just your own journey, whatever it is for you, because obviously the modern world looks at like finances and that, but I personally don't really agree. I feel like you should kind of level up in all the different areas of life and become that kind of overall top level man or woman, whoever you are, and that's how you should kind of look at life. But if you see many people who have risen to the top of success in something maybe like wealth, fame, or even on a small scale, like even in a relationship, you will see like if they've risen like so fast, like their trajectories took off straight away like that within 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, even a year, it almost definitely comes down like very negatively. And for me, I've never really wanted my life to go like that whatsoever. And Will Smith recently wrote autobiography, and he says that becoming famous is amazing, being famous is a mixed bag, and losing any type of fame is miserable. And that is a very important message that I think we should all look at, that becoming famous is amazing, being famous can be a mixed bag, and that losing any type of fame is miserable. So when you look at your life and becoming whatever it may be, that is amazing. I'm sure hopefully you are on that journey yourself. You probably are if you're watching this type of content, of becoming that person you want to become. And for me, that's been one of the best feelings that I've ever felt. And I know there will reach a point in my life, wherever that may be, where I will look back and I've kind of reached that level where I'm like, okay, I'm happy that I've achieved like all the things that I set out to achieve. And of course, I'll probably always have new goals that I'll be looking to aim towards, but at a certain point in time, you're going to achieve the kind of main big goals that you want to achieve, whatever it may be for you. And you'll be like, okay, this is okay now, but it doesn't feel as good as when I was like really hustling. I was really working towards something because I felt like I was lacking it and I really wanted it so bad in my life. So I feel like that's something that we should all kind of look at and be like, yeah, let's prolong this journey as long as possible, because we have so much time in our life, especially with how technology is working these days, and a lot of people are living longer than ever. So when we're young guys, I know we're all ambitious, but why not just take it slower a bit? This is something that I feel like I've really mastered. I don't rush into anything. I just like look at my day-to-day life and be like, I'm hitting little wins every single day and doing the things that I kind of set out to achieve. And
if I can look back at the end of the day, I'm like, that's a win for me, because I did the things that I wanted to do and I'm making progress towards my goals, and that is pretty much all that matters. It shouldn't be earning X amount of money, and especially when it's stuff that's completely out of your control. But a lot of people will look at this and they'll look at obviously social media and all of this stuff and be like, well, this guy's doing this at 20 and he's 18 and he's making £1 million a year. But that's just not very realistic for you. And also, like I say, that come up might feel great, but it's not going to last very long. And then when the decline eventually happens, because who has pretty much prolonged their success for so many years? Off the top of my head, someone like Drake in the music industry, or Cristiano Ronaldo in the sports industry. There are obviously examples, but there's very, very few and far between. But I'm going to go back a bit towards my so-called boring life, which a lot of people will look at. So why do I choose to live this lifestyle? And you might ask, why don't I just go out and party? Why don't I go take drugs? Why don't I go and just mess around and do what everyone else is doing? Well, because for me, I've truly found what I think is fun, and I feel like everyone has their own type of fun, and it's important to accept this, because what you define as fun is probably not what I define as fun. And I know 90% of the population will disagree with me and think that a lot of stuff that they do is fun and what I'm doing is boring, and it wouldn't work for them. And that's good for them, because I'm not you and you're not me, so you can't really tell me how to live. But although that is a very valid point, and be like, well, I should just live my life according to me and what I define as fun. You very much should. But I just feel like I've discovered so much about the day-to-day, and that making me so happy that I just want you to, if there's one thing you come away from this video with, is that the day-to-days, like I mentioned, working on something purposeful, exercising, drinking a load of water, getting good sleep, 8 to 9 hours, and yeah, just the little things, walking, spending time with my friends and family is what makes me happy. And I just want you to maybe just take some time, write on a piece of paper, what do you truly find happiness from on your day-to-day basis? And it could, like I say, it can be completely different to me. But don't just look at like the pleasures, like eating like some junk food, or just like, I don't know what else, taking some, like having weed at the end of the night, or playing video games, because that's kind of pleasure. It's not really like true fun. Like for me, fun is found inside of you. It's not external. But like I say, it's kind of, everyone is different. But if you can truly have the humility to admit like this is true fun, then just take some time to think about it. And like I said, linking back to the slow success strategy, you could also, I like to look at things a lot about finances and money, and you can look at like the stock market, for example, or crypto. You see, crypto is a very volatile market, and even if you look at the stock market, a stock that kind of just skyrockets straight away pretty much inevitably comes back down within 3 to 6 months. And that's why I like the S&P 500, and I kind of look at my life like this. It's like this slow trajectory going up, but it's always going up a little bit every single day. Obviously some days it slopes down, and that's how my life is too. I have some days where I'm not very good, I'm not on it, but overall the success over a month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year is pretty much always positive. And that's how I want my life to look, and I'm going to try prolong that success as long as possible. I'm not using this as an excuse to be like, oh, I don't really need to try because I've got ages. I'm still going to pursue my goals every single day, but I'm in no rush to achieve this. And I feel like that is something that everyone should do, and not worry too much about time, because we all have so much time. And yeah, I feel like that is the best way. You don't want to feel that negative come down really early. If you are someone who is already like 25 and you've achieved everything that you kind of thought you ever would, whether that be money, relationships, your business, your purpose, you're like, there's probably something else you could do anyway. But I spoke to my friend the other day, and he's the same age as me. He's 22, but he's achieved a lot in his life. Like he's been working very hard since he was like 16 years old. And I told him about this strategy, and he kind of just said like, oh shit, like why, maybe I shouldn't have like rushed into doing all of this and working so hard for my years. But I don't think like that's a bad thing, so to speak, really, when it's like you're not got fame and stuff involved, because I feel like it just sets you up your life, and you can then go on to bigger and better things. But especially when it comes to like fame and anything along kind of those lines, sporting success, sorry, inevitably it's gonna come back down quite drastically in a negative way, which is almost always the case. So that is what I hope you kind of take from this video. And yeah, so my life, I rarely drink alcohol anymore. I'm gonna make a video on kind of my life since quitting a year ago almost. I've like drank occasionally, but other than that, like, I don't take drugs, I don't watch porn, I don't play video games anymore, I don't have a Rolex or a flashy car. Or some people might say, well, you can't afford it anyway, but I won't. You watch me, I'm not bothered. I know this is not going to make me happy or define me as successful in my life. Maybe other people will look and think I'm unsuccessful, but I just couldn't care less if that's the case. Internally, I feel good, and that's how I want you to feel going forward. And yeah, that's the overall message I want you to be left with, is look at your daily life and think, what am I truly happy with? Don't rush this journey, because like I say, the journey is the destination. And yeah, I think you have the best chances of becoming successful, happy and fulfilled by kind of finding that joy and satisfaction in your day-to-day. Let me know what you think about this life. Maybe you think differently. Let us know in the comments. If you want to work one-on-one with me, I'll leave my personal coaching in the link below. Have a great day. Enjoy. Take care.